What is your goal in football? What do you want to achieve? What do you want to achieve long term? What do you want to achieve this season? It's very important that you have goals. No matter what your goals are in the end, it's very important that you have them. So whether you want to be a professional or you just want to play at this amateur local level and be the best player you can possibly be, it's very important that you have specific goals and you keep yourself motivated towards achieving those goals. In this video, I'm going to talk about why it's so important to set goals, and more importantly, how you can achieve those goals through self-motivation and self-improvement. So before we get into the meat of this video, let me start by saying some of you watching this video are gonna have that goal of, I wanna be a professional player. And that's fantastic, especially if you're at a young age. I know every kid growing up wants to play pro, and that's totally cool. You should have that dream, you should have that ambition, and you should go after it if that's what you really want. Now, some of you watching this video, you're okay with not being professional. You just wanna play soccer, you just wanna play football because you love the game. But you don't just want to play, you want to be your best. So whether you're playing at the amateur level or semi-pro, or you're playing co-ed soccer, or you're just playing with your friends at school, you want to be your best. And I want to talk about that. If you're going to do something, you might as well do it the best you possibly can. If I'm going to play soccer, I'm not just going to go out there and be okay with being something that isn't close to my full potential, or at least not working towards becoming my full potential. So if you're gonna do something, do it good. Do it the best you possibly can. If you're gonna do the dishes, do those dishes the best you possibly can. Otherwise, don't even do it. Okay? I want you to take that philosophy and apply it to everything you do. Okay, I have to do this thing, whether I wanna do it or not. I might as well do it the best that I possibly can. And if you can have that mindset and apply it to everything in your life, it's gonna be so much easier for you to get things done. You're gonna be so much better at everything that you do, and you're gonna have more success in the long run. But let's come back to soccer. Okay, so a lot of you out there, and I have some notes here I wanna address. A lot of you out there wanna become professional. And that's fantastic. If that is your dream, I want you to go after it. I want you to be serious about it. Get all the education you possibly can. Start taking those positive steps to making that happen. If, for whatever reason, in the long run, it doesn't work out, that's not the end of the world. In fact, that's just the beginning. So if you try to go professional, and believe me, some of you out there, you want to go pro. Some of you out there aren't gonna make it. I'm just giving you the harsh truth of life, the harsh truth of professional football. Millions, hundreds of millions of kids wanna be pro. Only a small percentage of them actually make it happen. I'm not saying you can't be in that small percentage. In fact, I'm encouraging you, and by watching these videos and educating yourself and getting the proper advice and training at a young age, you are already putting yourself ahead of millions and millions and millions of other players trying to do the same thing. However, sometimes it doesn't work out. Now, if it doesn't work out, that's not the end of your career. You don't give up. You don't say, oh, I didn't make it. Now soccer's over. I don't play anymore. No. Whatever happens, play the game because you love the game. It's the best game in the world. And strive to be your best. Okay, people ask me, what keeps you motivated even though you're not a professional, even though you're not trying to be a professional? How do you stay motivated? And how do you keep playing? Why do you even keep playing? And I just laugh at that. Like, why wouldn't I keep playing? This is the best game in the world. I love this game. This is what my life has been about since I've been a small child. And just because I'm not professional, that doesn't mean I'm gonna stop playing. So whatever happens in your career, do not stop playing this game. Keep playing this game, and keep playing this game the best that you possibly can. So let's talk about motivation. Why is it important to keep yourself motivated, and how do you keep yourself motivated? So let's come back to my story. People are asking me, how do you stay motivated? Why do you stay motivated? Why do you keep going? Why do you keep striving to be your best even when most people would say you're past your prime, you're done? Okay? First of all, you need self-motivation. It needs to come from internal sources, and that being you. Okay, I don't think you're gonna be happy with yourself if, like I said earlier, you do things and you don't do them as well as you know you can. So whether you're playing at that amateur or you're striving to be a professional, you're in a trial or a big opportunity, if you don't play your best, you're going to be upset with yourself. You're going to be a little disappointed and frustrated. And soccer isn't going to be that fun when every time you show up, you're only a fraction of the player you know you could be. You know you could be better if you just applied yourself and you just started thinking positively and trying to improve yourself every time you step on the field. I know every time I step on the field, I'm a better version than I was last week, and that's exciting to me. That keeps me motivated. Okay, so you need that self-motivation. I want to beat my own personal goals. If I know I scored 10 goals last season, well, this year I want to score at least 11, or I want to try to go for 12 or 15. I want to push the limits, okay? If my team got third in the league last year, well, this year I want to help my team get first in the league. And that gives me motivation to train hard. That gives me motivation to keep pushing forward. In my situation, I've got you guys watching me every day. So if I'm not getting better, well, guess what? You're not getting better either. So my motivation is to do this for you. And that leads me into the other type of motivation, and that is motivation you can get from others, from other people. Okay? So first of all, I want your motivation to come from within, because this is your life. And in the end, it's about you. You need to feel good about yourself. And in reality, what other people think about you does not matter. All that matters is what you think about yourself. However, we are human beings and we are wired in this way, and we do want to impress, or we do want to prove other people wrong. So you can use other people to your advantage to keep you motivated. For example, if let's say for example, every player has like someone they hate, excuse me, every player has someone they hate playing against. And hate might be a strong word, but I'm sure you've used that word in your mind before. You know that player, he's cocky, he thinks he's good, okay? And you need to use that as motivation. Maybe he's really mean and negative, and he's cocky and he thinks he's good, and he probably is a pretty good player and does pretty well. Use that as motivation to show him up. I love playing against players who are cocky and arrogant and think they're too good. I love playing against those players because I love tackling them, pressing them. I love beating them in individual battles. I love beating them in games. I love frustrating them. And that motivates me every time I play against those types of players. And if I know I'm playing against that player in like a week, well, guess what? I'm gonna kick my training up a notch because I gotta show that guy wrong. Or maybe a coach cut you in the past and you wanna prove them wrong. Or you used to be on a team and now you're on a different team and you wanna prove that team wrong. Or people in the past have said, oh, that guy's no good, he's past his prime, he's just not a good player. No, I don't think he's really that good. Okay, they have these certain opinions of you. I'm talking way too fast, gotta calm down here. They have these certain opinions of you, and in the end, their opinion shouldn't matter. But if it motivates you and you want to prove them wrong, use that as a tool, okay? You can also have it in a positive way. Maybe you have your friends or your family and they come out to watch your games, and you want to show them how good you are. You want to make them proud. Okay? Do your parents come and watch you and you feel bad because you didn't play your best and you feel like you kind of let them down? Use that as motivation to train, to work harder. Okay? But in the end, I want you to first start with your self-motivation, internal reasons. Why do you need to do better this season? Why do you need to keep pushing forward and achieving your goals? It starts with you. And if you can take those little things like I want to prove this person wrong, or I want to do this to make these people proud, you can use those motivations as well. Then take that energy and use it to push yourself forward and focus on your goals, becoming better every day. Okay, so that's how you stay motivated. That's how you stay focused, even if, like I said, you were trying to go pro and it didn't work out, or you don't want to be pro and you're just playing at your local level and you're asking yourself, like, where is the motivation? The motivation's right in front of you. It's right inside of you, okay? You need to be a better version of yourself, and that's all it is. If you're not getting better, guess what? You're getting worse. And I know some people say, like, oh, when you're younger, those are the best years of your life. I don't like that mentality. I think every year of your life should be better. The older you get, the wiser you get, the more experience you gain, okay? Why not get happier every year? Why not get better every year? Maybe I'll get slower and a little weaker when I'm like 50, but guess what? I'm gonna be smarter, I'm gonna be more experienced, I'm gonna have more wisdom, and I'm gonna know how to be happier, okay? So every year gets better, every week gets better, every game gets better, and there's always opportunities. There's a tournament coming up, there's a big game, there's playoffs, there's personal awards that I could win. There's my own personal battles. Like, I didn't play that good last week. Well, this week I wanna get back to playing good, okay? So motivate yourself, and it all starts from within. What else did I have on this list? That's pretty much all I wanted to talk about, guys. So, like I said, it doesn't matter if you are going pro, this applies even more. You're trying to go pro, this applies to you even more because you have to be improving. If you're not improving, you think you're good enough, guess what? You're not gonna make it. Maybe you'll get a bit of attention, but then people will realize this guy has no ambition, this guy has no desire, no work ethic, he's not improving, and other people are gonna pass him, especially if you're a younger kid. Like, a lot of kids, they're really good at 16, but they don't have that ambition, that desire, that self-motivation, or that focus on self-improvement, so they don't get any better. And other people who are less talented but work harder, have more ambition, more self-motivation, end up passing them, okay? So talent, like you've heard before, is extremely overrated. Yes, talent is great if you have talent, and I'm sure you do have talent, use that talent, but you need to apply these other things we're talking about: self-motivation, hard work, the focus on self-improvement, becoming better every day. And if you can add that to your talent, you're going places, believe me. Okay, but if things don't work out for you on that professional dream, it doesn't matter. Even if you're playing amateur, even if you're just playing with your friends at the park, okay, strive to be better. Even if you don't have the time to put in the training, like you're really busy with your family, with your work, you only get to play soccer once or twice a week, you show up to a team practice and a game, that's all you got time for, well, still have that mentality of like analyzing your game and saying, how can I get better? Don't just show up and be depressed when you don't play well, okay? Use your mind, start thinking, start asking questions, focus on motivating yourself, focus on becoming a better version of yourself, self-improvement, and things are gonna be good just by changing that mentality. So that's all I really wanted to talk about today. I hope it motivated you. I hope it made you ask yourself, what am I working for next? What are my goals? What do I want to achieve this season? What do I want to achieve in a couple years from now? Okay? And focus on those little things. Maybe I gotta prove this guy wrong, we're playing against them next week, or I got a tournament coming up, or I've got a new tryout coming up, or I just want to be a better version of myself, and that really should be your biggest motivation. Every time you step on the field, did I play better than I did last week? And if you can say yes to that, you're heading in the right direction. And at the end of the day, when you are old and you suddenly can't play soccer anymore, you got to go into management or just watching football full time on the TV, you'll be proud of yourself and you won't have any regrets because you know you made the most of the time you had on the pitch. Guess what? One day, unfortunately, you're not gonna be able to play. Once you get like 58, I know there's some over 50s and I'll probably still be playing when I'm that old. But one day your body's gonna say no and you're gonna have to turn to golf and playing cards. So you don't want to have regret and say, man, I wish I would try a little bit harder. I wish I got a little bit better. Even if you were just playing at that local amateur level. So thank you so much for watching this video. I'm so fortunate to have fans like you guys who actually watch these videos and like these videos and comment on these videos. Comment below. I want to know, what are your goals? What are you working on in the short term? What are you working on in the long term? And comment below, tell me, did this video help? Did you get a bit of motivation? Did it make sense on how to motivate yourself? And are you going to use those tools? And more importantly, can you please share this video with your friends, with your teammates, with other people, even if they don't play soccer, because this still applies to their life, and get them motivated and working towards their goals. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll talk to you real soon.